Yeah, brother's on time, fam. Bro, my throat's still hurting me from last night, Spinny.
Ton, the amount of left hook and right hook and jab, jab, jab you were screaming at yesterday, your mouth will be dry right now. I can tell you that now for nothing. Your mouth is meant to be dry, my friend.
Bro, last night was Jab City. Jab City. Wow. Oh, man. Anyway, without further ado, with my croaky voice, let's start the show as we mean to go on by saying, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. What? You know what? We don't even need to phone nobody for no one's opinion. We don't need to get no black book specials. We don't need to do nothing but the master genius and the master knowledge talking about what we witnessed last night.
Bruh,
Do you mean?
Big up hot video live on the thing. Sylvester Salamoa, 2011.
Come
Thank
on,
you for
always
joining us.
supporting. I
But,
mean,
yeah.
always supporting. Tunde, like I said, what we witnessed yesterday, yeah, was a continuation of the Billy Joe Saunders fight in the middle round. It was a continuation of the Caleb Plant fight, right? And Canelo has this mannerism of thinking like, eventually I'm going to get you, right?
Yes.
Sorry, because I don't business what anyone want to try to tell me. Kovalev was winning that fight in my eyes.
Absolutely.
Before he got clap out.
Absolutely.
Right? So no one's not fooling me by all sort of the things that I was witnessing. And what I was witnessing yesterday was Bivol, or a man, Ivan, big up your chest, my brother, was a man who studied those guys and said, I'm not going to try and outslip this guy. I'm going to stick to the fundamentals of what I know. And the fundamentals is the 100 and odd thousand fights that he's had, the relationship that he's built with his father, and also, Tom, you may say, it was the curse of Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, Shakur can mash up the thing because Shakur said after his victory last week that I'm so glad because I beat Canelo, Reneso, and Valdez on the same night.
That is exactly what he did.
And they went in there, you know, I don't care who you are. When a member of your team, your family, because they are family. Your team is your family. The people that you associate yourself with every day in the gym inevitably become your family. And so
100%.
When they lose, you lose. And there was definitely that aura that they were going in as a losing team. And how I know is that I never felt no energy for this fight here.
Tunde, remember, you phoned me in the morning and said, it don't even seem like Canelo's fighting today.
Yeah.
Because usually we hear a little bit of hype. Usually we're on this thing and we're thinking, yeah, we're gonna go see something. Usually we get something. But unfortunately, for this fight, there weren't no hype about it. It weren't built like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because like they're trying to sell to the US market, but we're boxing people. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't feel nothing like, oh, Canelo's fighting. Yeah. Oh man, I gotta go sleep and wake up a certain time.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, when I phoned you, I said, "What, you ready?" You said, "We talking about you ready?" I was brushing my teeth. You said, "Come on, man, let's jump on the thing." I'm like, "All right, cool," but it wasn't climactic.
No, there definitely was something about last night that wasn't right. It didn't feel right. Canelo, in my opinion, didn't really show the urgency and he didn't look like he was going into a fight. It was more like we're here, happy to be here, smiling. And I read a tweet from Mike Tyson after the fight. He said, when you stop feeling nerves, it's time to stop boxing.
Tunde, I'm telling you this now. And because my man came in he looked lackadaisical to me. There was a lackluster aura about him going into the fight. And I'm going to tell you next thing. I'm going to tell you next thing. When Canelo, there's some of the mystiques kind of going away. When I start hearing him speak English as well.
Hold on, but Bivol take away the English for the fight, because in the post fight, even in the ring, he's talking Mexican. It's like he forgot English. So he was definitely he was humbled last night. He got humbled in another, and I think it dawned on him. If it didn't dawn on him last night, it's certainly going to dawn on him today, this morning, what have you, that he may have overlooked Bivol. And the reason why I say that, when you look at Bivol's last two fights, Craig Richards and Salimov, who really, Salimov is a decent fighter, but most people was expecting Bivol to do a clean number on him. And he won both those fights UD, but it wasn't nothing where you go into a fight and you feel fearful. And I think that was a contributing factor into the whole build-up to the fight, because Canelo, as someone has said on this chat, his defense was poor last night.
Tunde,
he was getting touched up.
I'm telling you.
And while we're here, the minute I hear that Canelo's gone on a vegan diet,
Tunde, listen.
Because I'm saying, and there's nothing wrong. I'm not disrespecting all the veganites out there, but why would you decide to be a vegan? Why would you just decide to be a vegan at a big fight like this?
1 second. Thank you very much, Alexander Wilson, for the $5.
Hold up, Alex. Bob, hold on, wait. There's two man here. Cause Bobby Wright's in the thing as well.
Come on, Bobby.
Let me read Alexander Wilson first. Thank you for the $5, sir. He said Craig Richards just come out and said, "Where is his respect at? He did better against Bivol than the #1 pound for pound boxer." Interesting, and I'm gonna answer that in a second. And why I feel Craig shouldn't even be looking at that.
Styles make fights.
Bobby Wright, thank you for the 449. He said when Canelo turned up to the press conference with his kids on his lap, he knew something was wrong. Some joke business,
bro.
Some joke business. But going back to Alexander Wilson, I haven't heard that from Craig. But my advice to Craig is don't watch that, because I feel say that we done better with Kovalev than Canelo did better than Kovalev. But I don't really. We lost. That's how I take it. So I don't want to.
1 second, Ton. I have to commend you for the simple fact of acknowledging the fact that you came second best. It's not a loss, right?
Yeah, you came second best.
Right.
So.
Yeah, right. You come second best. But the thing is this: everybody needs to listen. It was like when Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins was fighting for the second time, when they were two old men, and Bernard Hopkins said, yeah, well, we both fought Kawasaki. We said, who did better? Because Bernard Hopkins up to this day is adamant that he beat Kawasaki. And he was like, well, who did better? Who did better? Right, but they both scored knockdowns in the fight. But he said, who did better? End of the day, you still lost. So it doesn't matter about who did better.
So there ain't no, and styles make fights. Sometimes fighters just have an off day. You get what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Craig's got a massive fight come up. And again, I don't really, Craig is my guy. So focus on your fight, bro. Forget about all that. Let us, the analysts, talk about this thing here. Because we already bigged you up. We already bigged you up and said you done better. But you're the fighter, so just relax. Go in there and make South proud next week.
But also what I'm going to say is this. I believe that with Craig Richards, he's a confidence fighter. Like, he can fight someone that comes second best to them, and then he gets them he'll fight them again, and he can most probably beat them, or he'll fight them again, he put in a far, far better performance. But what that has done for Craig Richards, right? He's put his confidence level on a high. So, he's openly saying that, where's my respect? Because no one ain't really hyping over Craig Richards and Joshua Buatsi fight. For the magnitude of where it is, nobody's not saying, wow, got a tune to this fight. The insiders saying, yeah, it's a good fight. We want to go see it. But nobody's not really hyping over it. And they should be hyping over it because it's a damn good fight. But what I am saying is this. Craig Richards now, in my eyes, will be going into this fight as the favorite because bookies bet from the head and not the heart. Even though the heart is the most powerful muscle in the body, but they don't bet from that. They're betting from their analytical approaches, and you know they spy on our show regular. And I'm telling you that Craig Richards is going to start going into that fight as the favorite now, and it's going to be pressure on Joshua Buatsi to go out and perform. I'm telling you this now.
Interesting. It's going to be a good fight. Boxing Hub said, never seen Canelo's right hand so useless. Bivol's defense was on point. Hashtag stamina for so all day. And as I say, it was listen, let's get this right. Bivol put in a tremendous. I've watched the fight 4 times since last night. 4 times today I've watched that fight from round 1 to 12. And you can't, that guy was on song last night. Canelo, he looked tired. He looked lackluster. Regardless of the point, the fact that he lost, he just didn't look himself. He didn't look himself.
When you're eating that Mexican beef and you're not eating the Mexican beef, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, well, again, I think there's a few questions he'll be asking himself this morning. But it's definitely, but as I say, me and you have spoke about the decline of Canelo's performances for the last 2-3 fights.
Look, Tunde, like I cannot someone just said something about Lloyd Angle. But anyway, I cannot keep on going back like Canelo is very good, but I think sometimes we're watching Canelo on his past body of work and not what we're currently seeing. So we think, yeah, he deliberately went the rounds with the man because he knew he was going to clap him out. Or he deliberately did such and such and such. He deliberately did this because he usually ends up and gets the results. But no, sir, I'm sorry. I saw the decline, and more so, it was more evident to me in the Caleb Plant fight. That I said, right, there's the decline. But whereas we're getting guys, especially like these new age guys who are talking about boxing, and this is no disrespect to them, right? But you're still new age. And when you study the bag of fights, you realize like certain things carry a pattern. And they carry a pattern for a particular reason because this is just how the polarities go and how things, and when you study things, you know, like, oh, well, I think they're going to do this now. I think they're going to do that now. And with Canelo, he hasn't done nothing new in any fights, but used the bully strength and he's got skill. But what I'm trying to say to you is that usually it is like a fear factor of the opponents. The opponents are praying. No disrespect to Callum Smith, he's my guy, so I'm not disrespect to Callum Smith. But Callum was praying in that fight. You get what I'm trying to say to you? He was praying, Tunde, he was praying in the fight. Right, now you're going in with a man who come from some war-torn country, who's grown up in the military, in the service, and say, listen, bro, I don't business what you're bringing. And he brought his game. And that's what I'm saying. And now we're going to say, oh, well, the thing about it is this, well, Canelo was too small going in the back. We weren't saying that when he went in there.
And you know what? People will say that I've changed my mind, but I was listening to pre-fight predictions on this fight from the so-called experts. And Spence, you would have to search high and wide to find one of these so-called experts that said Bivol was going to win.
Okay.
Man was disrespecting Bivol, saying, bruv, I never even heard of him.
Nah, you see the Louis?
Yeah, Jesse Vargas. Not Jesse Vargas, Fernando Vargas. Saying, but I don't even know who this guy is. I've never heard of him. Or everyone, right. every analyst. Only Kovalev. I only hear Kovalev say, yeah, I believe this man is gonna beat Canelo. Because at the end of the day, they knew Kovalev was in a tough fight prior. They gave him a few weeks to prepare for Canelo and a rehydration clause. So he said he wasn't his best, you know, and he's still done very well in that fight, you know. So So with this fight here, I believe that I agree with you. I do believe that Canelo was really relying on the one shot, and he hit Bivol with some good clean shots, and they didn't even rock him. They didn't buzz him,
bro. When you saw Bivol, and like we called it yesterday, look at the man's eyes when he was walking.
Remember, I said it. I said this brother looks focused, Spence. I said it. I said it. And the way I saw his eyes, he weren't looking around. You know, when they finally called his name, he looked around to the audience. Bam, straight on Canelo. Straight on Canelo. He was focused from the get, and it's the same focus I saw in Atlantic City. And really, the world is his oyster now. All talks of a GGG match seem far away. A trilogy, what they say?
Trilogy, yeah? Trilogy, right?
Trilogy.
Sorry, guy was saying about my mic, so I'm holding it a bit further away now, right? It's because usually I do it down in my kitchen.
Sorry, Spence. Big up Bobby, right? Tunde Spence, what is Canelo's actual weight class? I know he's world champion at super middle, but what weight does he look the best at? Let's answer that question straight, Spence.
All right, I'm going to answer that question straight. I think the best Canelo that I have seen is when he's been down at middleweight.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
That is the weight where I've seen Canelo box and do things, and he's had some great wins down at that. You know what I mean? The two fights alone with Golovkin, and they could have gone either way. But the two fights with Golovkin, when Golovkin was hot, right? I would say, yeah, him at middleweight, that was his division. Now, fair play to him, the fact that he's gone in with guys at higher weight classes and everything else. But here was a time now.
Let's get that right, Spence. The right guys.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Obviously, right? Obviously. But the thing about it is this, I'm not saying that he ain't ducked nobody neither. So forget that ducking talk, right? I don't believe that he ducked anyone, right? But what I do believe is like where is he so big? People just want to be on the B side. They're not thinking about I'm going in there to win. They're just oh please. Most of these guys who from 160 up to 175 are going to bed at night praying to fight Canelo. After say, please God bless my family, thank you. Please let me get the Canelo fight. You know what I mean? The majority of guys are concentrating on Canelo so much so he can pick and choose because he knows, right, I'm gonna bust you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think the move up in weight and the change of this diet has anything to do with it indiscipline? Because I was thinking about it today. You know, man, as you get older, man start change up their diet because they want to lose weight. And if you're indisciplined, and I'm not saying it is indiscipline, but I'm just wondering why he would choose to go on a vegan diet at this stage of his career.
Bro, like I'm saying, vegan diet is because you're having too much taco in the daytime and you're thinking to yourself, boy, I got to go chop that weight. And maybe it is. And you know what? Also, the next thing is this, right? I'm just keeping this thing totally 100 ton. When you see a man who is the head guy, because he's the head guy in that gym, right? Yep. All of a sudden now, Eddie Reynoso is training this brother, he's training that brother, he's training this brother, he's training that brother.
Touching it.
Bro.
Touching it.
How many men did you see? How many men did you see Roger Mayweather train? Right? All right. How many men did you see? How many men did you see Angelo Dundee when he was working with the greats train? You weren't training a bagger man. All he's training a bagger man. That's when you I've got a stable. What you can't focus correctly on your fighter. And then also you got someone like Canelo, all of them man who's inside of the gym, if they're not overly gassed by Canelo, they're hating on him.
Hey!
I'm just telling you, I'm thinking the thing.
Hey! Spencer is busting some jewels on them this evening.
Right? Because these guys are they're looking and really truly, there's nothing wrong with competitive, but they want to be the #1 spot. You know what I mean? So when Eddie Reynoso is there training this man and that man, what time have you got to say that you're really working on things with Canelo? Reason why is because you got comfortable now. Because you're looking at these fights now, thinking that they're going to be
Talk the thing, Spencer.
They're sitting down in your area, the big 50-odd million for that fight there. And even if Eddie Reynoso's getting 5%, Tunde, you know what I mean? That's still $2.5 million, you know?
But you're always calculating next man's shit.
No, I'm not.
I don't even know about the
I'm just, my maths is quite sharp though. But I'm saying to you, like, it is what it is. So I'm saying to you, like, focus. If I'm training Canelo, I don't need to train nobody else. I'm training Canelo. I don't need to train nobody else. You know what I mean? When Canelo's done now, I'll go pick up other people. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what? When Virgil Hunter was training Andre Ward, you never really heard of him training nobody else. He had other guys in the gym, but he weren't training nobody else. He was concentrating on Andre Ward. You know what I mean? And that's what you meant to focus on your fighters, because you know where the thing goes. When these fighters are coming in, fighters are competitive by nature. You know what I mean? And you know how this thing goes. And it is what it is, man. I'm just on my soapbox.
Hey, Spencer is talking what's in my head. I'm telling you, it's competition. And when you're training as an individual, too many fighters, I mean, I guess there's some cases of what, but I mean, when you got a superstar, you need that superstar needs that attention. You know, unless you got homegrown talent that come up with you. But when you're bringing man who's already in their career into your camp, it's definitely, if not, as you said, if not bound to generate some hate or some fanboy business, it's definitely gonna take energy. And that's why
Ryan Garcia left the camp.
Exactly. He wanted the attention because he's a star.
He wanted it all for himself. And when he realized that, I'm not getting it like that, he said, well, I'm bouncing. Because in his head, I'm a superstar in my own right.
Yeah. And, you know, listen, and then what happens is Canelo start talking about issues involving Ryan Garcia, saying he's not disciplined. Then he's saying Andy Ruiz is not disciplined. Then you see, all of that is all energy. See? And then next thing, a man is storing up this thing in their head, their hatred in their head that you've publicly spoken about them. And then that's coming back in the camp.
Of course he's coming back in the camp.
Coming back in the camp.
Of course he's coming back in the camp. You know what I mean? So, you're going back in the camp now. I might say, raw. What? Because you know how it goes. This is why I got nothing but love for my brother Tunde, you know. Because I could say something about Tunde, you know, and immediately he's phoning me. Nah, Spence, I never like that, you know. I'm saying, what are you talking about? No.
It's energy, Spence. It's energy. I'm not holding nothing. Me, I've been said for years, man, don't like my mouth, but I'm not holding, because that thing will make you sick. When you start holding bad feelings inside you,
I am make you ill. You know what I mean? And even if you let it out, and the man can say, "Nah, what are you talking about? You're talking rubbish," and hold offense to that. Right, you're talking rubbish. At least you said it. So you know what I mean? So if they meant it or they never meant it, you know what you felt.
That's where the mental health thing is so rife today, because people holding in thoughts and feelings when sometimes if they just discuss it with others, speak about it. I mean, we're going off subject here.
No, we're not going. It's the same subject. We're not going off subject.
If with mental health issues, I urge every person who is feeling a way to talk about it. Talk to somebody. You know, sometimes all it needs is just one person that you can sit down and talk to. Oftentimes, people are scared to say what's in everybody. But if you've got one person to share your thoughts with, it can alleviate a lot of the pain, not some of the pain, a lot of it. Where boxing is concerned, you don't want your teammate having negative feelings in their brain for you.
Ill feelings about it.
Yeah, that's the word. 444 on the thing. We know what the number 444 stands for.
Come on. And that's what we got on the thing right now. This is powerful today. You know what I mean?
Come on.
This is powerful. This is powerful. Big money I make.
You know, listen, and please do not mistake what we're saying. Dmitry Bivol was masterful last night.
Tunde.
If you go and watch I urge those to go and watch the first round of the watch along. And it sounded like Jab City.
Brother.
Jab, 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 jab. Jesus Christ, jab, double jab, jab. That's what he was hearing, Spence.
Tunde, Bivol let off more jabs than like he was working for the COVID center to give man injections.
Yeah.
The COVID pop-up, he was popping out jab hard. Bivol.
Jab, 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 jab. I said, what? I was like, my goodness. And there was, remember I said, I want to see how this first round, because doing the research, Bivol likes to take control from the start of every fight. He ain't on no back foot thing, and he done it. He done it. Canelo back-footed, then he stepped to the side. I said, yeah, all right, cool. So Bivol's already done the mental thing already on him. And, you know, Canelo was trying really in earnest to try and hurt this man, and it wasn't working, Spence.
I'm telling you.
It weren't working. And the guy's been in there. I would say Joe Smith Jr. is a bigger puncher than Canelo, because Joe Smith Jr. hurt Bivol.
He stopped him in his tracks. He stopped him in his tracks.
He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. I know what to do. Someone asking, Tunde, have you got a game plan for Bivol? Come on. Don't watch nothing.
There's no game plan. He's a light heavyweight. We've got no game plan for them.
Don't watch nothing. But again, you ain't fooling me. I'm focusing on the next opponent. You're there talking about Usyk fight. You're there talking about Makabu fight. You're there talking about, no, focus on the fight in hand.
Well, the thing about it is this: the Makabu fight. Remember, he went out and took a picture of Makabu. Right, he did that. And then everyone's saying, yeah, he's gonna fight Makabu. Yeah. Oh, Canelo's gonna go do this. Canelo's gonna do that. And we're looking at it now, and we're saying, you know what? Canelo isn't that big of a human being. He's not a massive guy.
Listen, even when he was in London, I got pictures with Canelo and Anthony, and me and Eddie Reneso and Canelo. And Canelo's tiny, Spence.
All right.
Canelo's tiny. But the reason why I put up this comment, and excuse Gary tonight, he's with the little one. So I'm doing the controlling. So I don't want no cheekiness from anyone, because it's
instant block.
The reason why I put up that Canelo is not a light heavyweight, Tunde, is, hold on. So prior to the fight, we're talking about this man going up to heavyweight. Now that he got peppered last night, now all of a sudden he's not a light heavyweight. But when he was knocking out Kovalev, he's a light heavyweight. If the results was different last night, we would not be saying, or certain people would not be saying that he's not a light heavyweight. Just admit he went up the weight. And he got beaten convincingly. It's just how it goes. He just has to have deceptive defeat. If he wants to, I don't agree with this. He's got no business at 175. Why can't we just give this man credit? Bivol. He's just a better fighter.
Well, Bivol, the thing what I liked about Bivol is the fact that he knew, right now, this round here, all we got a minute and 30 left. I got to let my hands go.
Yes.
So I'm leaving that impression on the judges.
Always. Every time Canelo.
Impression on the judges.
Every time Canelo tried to be assertive, he said, all right, cool, I'm firing back again.
Right. And I thought they was going to bump him, Tom. I'm just going to be real.
No, I said there's no way they can bump him. Yeah. But having looked at the scorecards, if he didn't really assert that last round,
he would have got bumped. 130, 150, he would have bumped him. Straight standard. Right. And that's more so because, like I said, when you have great fighters, you got to give Canelo, who's a great fighter. When you have great fighters, and when you got a house fighter who's a great fighter, and you got a house fighter of that magnitude, who's bringing in those kind of numbers there, who is the Canelo show, you concentrate on what they're doing. You forget about what they're doing. That's what you do, because you're focused on them, because they're the star. You're like this. What are they going to do next? You're looking on them, man. So once your concentration is on them, You seem to forget that. But what I realize is how Bivol was very smart. Bivol wasn't just throwing eye-catching shots. Bivol was actually hurting Canelo. It's only because Canelo's got that Mexican grit, you know.
Yeah, and his defense is the head movement did save him a bit. The head movement did save him.
It was a little bit leaky. Compared to what I've seen from Canelo in the past, it was leaky.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because Bivol was throwing 5s instead of 3s.
Press the button, Ton. Press the button.
He was throwing 5s. Most men defend for 3 shots.
Yep.
So it's 4, 5, 6 that was clapping him.
Right.
And then after the Bivol might go jab, right hand, and then jab again. Or 1, 2 left hook, then jab again. Then double jab right hand, then jab again. Brother, he offset Canelo on a different level last night. I watched the fight 4 or 5 times already.
Ton, it's an excellent fight. I watched the fight. I started it at the same time when we started the commentary and listened to the whole fight. Made the fight even more exciting for me. Right? Made the fight even more exciting for me. I'm telling you, I so enjoyed that fight. Matter of fact, when we go up there, I'm gonna go watch the fight again. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm going to watch the fight again.
So do you think it was more of Bivol being just a greater fighter or an off night for Canelo?
It wasn't no off night for Canelo, Tunde. Because it was an off night for Canelo. Canelo looked the same guy who fought Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo looked the same guy that fought Caleb Plant. He looked the same guy that fought Callum Smith. That was the same guy. Don't try to tell me about was it an off night. No, sir. It wasn't an off night. It was an on night for Bivol. That's what it was. That's all that it was. Bivol did his homework and Bivol executed a very, very good game plan. And it was just like, you know, all of the judges gave the first 4 rounds to Canelo, Tom.
Yep, I saw that.
I saw that. Which, it don't matter. The right guy got the decision. And, you know what I mean? We move on to next. I don't know whose car alarm's going off here, you know?
Do you want me to say something? Tunde, you called what happened the 4S and 5S. I'm going to 4s and 5s. Yeah, trust me. It was the 4s and 5s that clap him.
Yeah.
But I knew this. Anyway, I said it. I just felt that I was more, as I said on the show before round 1, sorry. I wanted to see how Bivol dealt with the occasion. And when I saw the focus, I said, uh-oh, the focus is not wavering. The focus is not wavering. And he really put on a good... But the reason why I asked you that question, do you think it was an off night or do you think Canelo... I'm saying it now, and I know a lot of people will not agree with me. Do you know I think Canelo's going to beat him in a rematch?
Yeah, Tunde, and I agree with you, right? And I agree with you, but it doesn't matter. He got beat.
He got beat last night. Yeah.
Right.
He got beat last
night. Said, oh, well, I'm going to go put it right in the rematch. You should have put it right last night. You got beat.
Yes.
And it disrupts the fact that the Golovkin fight, because now you're saying, well, rematch, and you heard what Bivol said. Bivol said, yeah, this, and I really do. I'm listening to Bivol's interviews, and I really like the guy, you know. I like him.
Fantastic, humble guy, just a real guy,
lovely man.
You know, a real guy. And he was disrespected by the boxing fraternity because I never listened to Olan, Old Tight, Dana Jones. Thank you for the $5. He said Canelo will offer Bivol a fight at 168 and Canelo will get KO'd. Bivol made beating Canelo look easy. Size matters in boxing. Punching Bivol's in the arms. Well, I don't think the fight will be at 168. I think Bivol is a bona fide light heavyweight. He wants to become the number 1 light heavyweight, which will mean him unifying all the belts. But they will get a rematch. I don't see why Bivol has to come down to 168 because he's the champ at 175. So then what's going to happen? There's going to be a vacant belt at 175. And I don't believe it's just for money that Bivol took this fight. He wanted this as part of his legacy. Bivol ain't one of them man that you just throw them a couple million and said, yeah, oh, like, come on, go and dehydrate your body and all those things. He doesn't come across as that type of individual to me, Spence. I don't know about you.
He doesn't seem that guy to me.
Sid Dave said Canelo should fight Tyson Fury. Fam, Canelo don't want none of them big boys. He don't want none of those big boys.
You know, end of the day is this, like, we cannot take away the body of work historically what Canelo has done. He's got some very, very good names on his record. He's been in with some very good fighters. He's come out victorious against them, right? But he was, and it's more, I'll tell you the magnitude why this is so big, this win. It's because nobody wasn't giving Bivol a chance. There's a couple guys, I called out yesterday, who gave, but nobody wasn't giving Bivol the respect.
That's facts.
There wasn't. And Bivol, I mean, I was saying like, boy, Tun, I kept on following Tun all week. Tun, I got a feeling about this Bivol, you know. And not only that, but I'm just going to be real. I think like there's a decline in Canelo.
Well, I've been saying that off camera. I've been saying that off camera, and I felt it was the right person getting him at the right time. Because
I was this from last year, bro. I'm just giving.
I was not impressed with Caleb Plant, and I was like, if that was Anthony in there, I'm just talking it. If that was Anthony in there, it would. I believe it would have been different, because you can see when he stopped being a volume puncher, Canelo. He stopped. You go look at his fights with Mosley and even with GGG. He was throwing combinations in these punches, but
and they were sharp too.
It was sharp, but he was using skills with it. But I don't know, the power thing just became more prominent with his style, and maybe it's something. Obviously, when you're winning, why change? Now that he's lost, he may go back to, maybe less weightlifting, or all these weightlifting and all this. I've always believed it all slows you down, but he may revert back to more traditional training, more proven training, because all this new stuff is not proven. It's just theories. It's not facts. We need science. Science means to know. And you can't beat the old skipping rope. You can't beat the road work. You can't beat the stand-ups, the sit-ups, the press-ups, the dips, the pull-ups. That's tried and tested by Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis.
Just press the button. Press the button, man. Just press the blinking button. I beg you. I beg.
Fam, all this rope thing I see man doing, fam, I'm not a fan of it. I want boxing skills, and I'm telling you, it's boxing skills what Bivol won last night. Oh, Ty, come on, take me back, bruv. Up London TV, it's boxing skills. It ain't none of this new high-tech training, which down the road may prove to be, useful. But always deal with facts. Facts. It's proven facts. Jumping rope, speedball. All these things is
big up Mitch Ringside for the 17.
Joe Calzaghe's gym in Wales looked like some garage, fam.
Son, it was worse in the garage.
It was in a garage.
It was worse in the garage.
Was the best super middleweight of his day.
Tunde, have you ever been to the Winkerbank gym where Johnny Nelson used to train out in Sheffield?
Nah, I've never been.
Son, there's no lock on the door. You push the door, it's open.
You see? Skills pay the bills. I'm telling you, skills pay the bills. Boxing skills. Shakur Steven last week, more or less done what Shakur done. Put the jab in his face. When he try to come forward, hold jab him, move him around the side. This is boxing skills. This ain't jumping off Mount Everest with some ski thing on your back. No, fam. You understand? And some oxygen mask on your mouth. Bruv, Sugar Ray Robinson never had no oxygen mask on his face.
Oxygen mask for what?
and what's that? And Willie Pep and them man there. See, you're turning me into a historian now, Spence.
Well, I'm gonna be a now story. I'm gonna be a now story. Bivol broke up Canelo. All right.
Oh, tight, Miss Ringside. Thank you for the 17.99 pounds. She said the fight was exceptional. Canelo met his match yesterday. Bivol's jabs and defense was second to none. A rematch doesn't seem like a good option, but Canelo loves a challenge, so we will have to see. Hope you're both well. Miss Ringside, we are well if you are well. And I know you're well, so we are well. So thank you for that donation. And she makes a great point again. Bivol's jab was exceptional. His defense was tight. Tight. And I think round 11 or round 10, he stood there. And every time he done catch counter on Canelo.
Yeah, I think yeah.
And you know how good he was, yeah? You know how good he was. You know, I kept on saying, how come no one don't go to Bivol's body? Because Spence. Spence. Canelo tried a left hook to the body, yeah? Bivol's hands was up here, and he just dipped to his right hand. And his hands, I said, this guy knows the skills of boxing, Spence.
He knows the thing, man.
He ain't got no gas mask around his mouth in training. He's got Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi, his dad, in the corner telling him the thing.
I'm telling you. Sid Dave, thank you for the $2. What happened to that Canelo Makabu fight? I think Canelo just thought, you know what? I don't really need to. Makabu can punch, Norton.
Say that again?
Makabu can punch.
Well, yeah, he must can, but he never punched Tony Bellew. Bellew clap it out.
No, he did. He did punch. Remember, he dropped Tony Bellew.
He dropped Bellew in the first round.
He did the wall spin. He did the cartwheel when he licked Tony Bellew.
Yeah, man, done Evil Knievel in the first round.
Don't muck around Evil Knievel. Don't muck around Evil. You see when I was a youth, son, you remember the Evil Knievel wind up on the bike? You could wind it up.
Yeah.
My mom would never buy that for me. This is my mom. Listen to me. Evil, evil. That's his whole wicked it is. You're not getting it.
You know, black people always make up this thing, you know. Evil can evil.
No, it is the devil. I said, no, mommy, he's called evil. I said, no. I'm gonna be real with you. That psychologically scarred me, you know, because even up to this day, I'm in my 40s now. I'm still talking about it. You know, I went Evil Knievel so badly. My mom said, "No, you're not getting it, to
Evil
no, that is not coming in here."
Yeah, but you know, Rob, I'm telling you, they need to. And again, all this ice bath thing, I don't agree with it, fam. Man jumping in the ice and freezing up their body. I know what the science says, but I can't get used to this ice bath thing. And I keep seeing this thing. This ice chamber. But listen, I know it's good for recovery, but there's many other new aspects of training which I just don't get. I just think it's just a waste of time. That's just my own opinion. So,
right.
And we saw yesterday, it wasn't some supersonic treadmill that won Bivol the fight. It was boxing skills.
1,000,000%.
It was boxing skills, and he put on a masterclass. Again, yeah, trust me. I just saw that. Let me find that. I just saw something there from Abdi M. Hit the like button, guys. 640. We got more people on Sunday than we had for the live yesterday. That's how you know it wasn't a normal Canelo fight.
Like people
Say that again, Spence.
We're not interested in that fight yesterday. I told you. There was nothing that was drawing it in. You know what I mean? Nothing. Abdi, thank you very much for the love as well, my friend. It wasn't ton. Like, I don't know how you were seeing this thing here, right? But you as a trainer, what could Canelo have done to deal with Bivol yesterday?
Be more aggressive. He needed to be more aggressive. He needed to stay in Bivol's chest because Bivol actually backed up. But I don't think Canelo actually believed in his fitness last night. Something was definitely wrong. No, Yasin. Trust me. I've watched the fight 4 times. Hold on. Let me see. I see a Snapchat. Otai Ride 25_96. Bivol's defense and offense was 100. He was so good that Canelo tried to go to the body, but Biv was just throwing 4s and 5s, as I've said. Hope you guys are good though. Come on, Otai Ride. It's true, but yeah. When I'm saying, and we don't do weights, Agba man, Tunde, what are you saying? Anthony Yard does weight training to both. We don't do. Spencer will tell you.
Let me tell you this: weights. The only weights Tunde does is when he expects me to come around his house at 5 o'clock and I come at 8. That's the only weight. That's the only weight.
I'm totally against it. I'm totally against it. I believe in calisthenics. Use your own body weight for strength. You see, man, bro, Spencer, you was once a professional boxer. There's man who lift bare weights. It don't make them stronger. It don't make them punch harder. Psychologically, it may make them feel better, but it don't make them punch harder.
Tunde, weights make them man blow out after 2 rounds. That's what weights does.
Some of the biggest punches in the history of boxing don't use weights. Yeah, you got the little dumbbells, the little 5 key weights, what you might use in between here we go. Body weight is still weights. What kind of nonsense is that? You know what? I always hear these personal trainer man say this. Body weights is still weights. No, but it's not added weight. It's your weight. So what do you mean it's still weights? So hold on, I'm doing a push-up. No, a push-up with a 20 kg weight on my back is weights. So if you want to be technical, over-technical about it, I always get these, bruv, you know how much arguments I have with these conditioner, these so-called conditioner man. Bruv, don't tell me your body weight is weights. No, it's not weights. If I add weight, it becomes weight. If I add weight, it becomes weight. Come on, man. It's not all. Bruv. Anyway, you get me. You're getting me going in. Yeah, bruv, these personal trainer, man, that want to come into boxing and look free job. You're not getting no free money from me. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go. Let's get back to this thing. Yeah, you know we got the hood PhD. You know what they call it, block workout. Man, come on, man. You know, remember that crew, the block workout crew. Bro, in America, man ain't touching no weights. Man's just on the bar doing calisthenics. Their body's strong, flexible. They got 19-pack, not 6-pack, 19-pack, and they ain't lifting. They ain't taking no super protein, maxi carbohydrate, bruv. Nonsense. Them man are eating bun and cheese, yam and banana, green banana, okra, some hard food. And when you get the thing that makes me laugh here, it's like football. These men scout us on the ends when our mothers are giving us good food, what we call good food. Then as soon as we go into the establishments, they change the diet. They change the diet. Yeah, I never understand that. Yeah. I never understand that. So hold on. So I was good enough when you spotted me and my mom was giving me money. That's why Lennox Lewis is smart. Lennox Lewis.
Mom lived Violet to cook his dinner all the time. She knows she used to cook them big pancakes as well. I remember when I used to see him in training camp. When he's out at Big Bear, his mum be there cooking up the food.
Bro, I got the master cook Jolene, my people. Jolene just cook up some fish and everything for us. Bro, it's done. When Jolene cook up the food, come with the sweet potatoes and all of that, any man get lick. Bam, you're done. Anyway, see, you lot are making me go off subject now. Oxtails, you know that.
Let me tell you, let me tell you this. It's Tunde that got me into eating oxtail, you know. Can you imagine it? This little bloody Niger boy got me.
Some red tail snapper. That man is saying, come on. Bro, it's all coming out tonight, mate. But sorry, Spence. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I'm not saying, I'm saying, Floyd Mayweather not eating no special diet.
Hey. Well, listen, as he got older, and this is what I'm saying. As he got older, he did say he needed to take his diet a bit more serious. I was there in the mansion with a nutritionist. You know, Floyd eats well. Floyd does eat well. I must admit it. But you know, it's only when he started getting older and his metabolism started slowing down. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying with Canelo. Is it because, you know, some people, their bodies react different, even though as they get older, even though they've been eating the same foods all their life. And I just feel, is it because of weight, you know, or is it because of the whole meat thing that he chose to be a vegan? But having said all of this, it still doesn't get past the point that it was boxing skills from Dmitry Bivol that won the night. And I do believe Canelo, because going back to the initial question, we went way down the road with a hard food conversation. But I do believe Bivol, Canelo just needs to be more aggressive. He needs to believe in his gas tank. He needs to prepare for that fight, for a fight, and not allow Bivol to box circles around him. Because the only times Canelo was effective was when he backed him up on the rope, but he couldn't sustain it.
He couldn't. He was tired.
He was tired. He was tired. And that was after the first round. After his face was red.
Yes. Man, his face was red because man punched him in his head, Todd. That's why it was red.
The jabs was amazing. And Bivol looked like he could have done that all night. Bivol looked like he could have done that all night. Yeah, facts. Man said man was breathing from the third round. It's true. His hands was low. I was like,
nah. Go back and watch the fight along after round 5. I said, Tunde, he's tired, you know?
Yeah.
He's tired.
Yep. Kurt Campbell, I said the same thing. His legs are too big. Canelo's, and you see the same with Andy Ruiz as well now. Andy Ruiz was fat. In my opinion, he was better when he was fat. He was better when he was, I know it's not good to call people fat, but he was better oversized. So let's use that.
Yeah. When he was chubby.
He was better because now you start see slits in his thighs and all them thing there. You know when the thighs are slit, you see the sections of the thigh muscle. And again, he got clapped down by Chris Arreola.
All right then.
He got clapped down by Chris Arreola. Did AJ put Ruiz down on the floor?
He did. In the same round.
With a left hook in it.
Proper chop. They clap him down with.
Yeah, clap him down with a left hook. Chippy said Yard Bivol would be a better fight. Again, these are all fights that, you know, if they happen, they happen. I don't put things out there. I rather just prepare for the future. That's what me and Ant have always done. Prepare for the future. And I think that's the best method, really. You just lose yourself when you start saying, I want to fight this one. No, you want to be a world champ. And whoever's got the belt at the time, that's who we're prepared to fight. So, you know, we ain't there yet. And that's why I don't really talk about myself and Ant. Well, it's Anthony. You know, Anthony's the fighter. I'm the trainer and the manager. I don't really like talking because we're not there yet. We're not on that level in reality. You know, everybody's got their own faults. People talk about you're saying Bivol too skilled. Why? Why is he too skilled? You ain't seen Ant's skill. Again, that's why I don't get into this conversation. Because Bivol told you last night he believes in his skills. Every fighter's supposed to believe in his skills. You think I'm going around? I'm not, bruv. I know what this is. As above, don't try to get me in. You're trying to get me hot, but I'm getting better. I don't snap to you, man, no more. I used to snap to you, man, but I'm cool now. But so everyone, you're entitled to your opinion.
99, right, 25, 96. Thank you so much. After watching Canelo's performance last night, is it fair to say Terence Crawford is pound for pound number 1 in the world, as Bud still undefeated, and as for me, beats Spence whenever the fight gets made?
No, I can't say.
Continue to.
I cannot say Terence Crawford is pound for pound number 1, and we cannot just throw Canelo out of the equation because he's lost. I don't. This is not right. You know, because what Floyd Mayweather has done, he's made people think that professional fighters don't lose. That's what, you know. That's the flip side to Floyd retiring 50-0. Everyone has to have this perfect resume, and oftentimes people who get the most respect are the people that have come back from adversity and defeat. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Robinson, Rocky Marciano. The list goes on and on. Chavez.
Rocky Marciano never come back from defeat.
No, sorry. No, yeah, you see, I'm glad you're on your phone, but you're listening like what I do. But yeah, but
Of course I do.
Ulo Cesar Chavez.
I'm just reading the other comments through the live on my phone.
Okay, yeah. Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley. There's many fighters who come back. The reason why I can't put Crawford as number one is because of his resume thus far. It's his resume. Beat Spence, definitely up there. You know, he's been undisputed in 2 weight classes, I think, so far. Crawford, is that right, Spence?
Being undisputed?
Yeah. He was undisputed at 140, wasn't he?
The 140 was the only one where he's undisputed at. He was WBO champion.
Okay, so one so far.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going for the second one. Okay, but his resume is still relatively weak. If you look at Spence has beaten top guys in their prime. I think Crawford's biggest wins of notable people is Khan, Porter at the end of his career. Who else, Spence?
Who?
Crawford.
Terence Crawford. Ngannou to unify. Khan, Kell Brook, Jeff Horn, who got the win over Manny Pacquiao, even though it was a debated win over Manny Pacquiao. Yes. He's got Gamboa. Gamboa hurt him as well, you know, right?
Yep. I can beat Gamboa.
Right. So he's got some good names on his record.
Yeah, definitely. Crawford, and listen, it's not.
And he's a skills man as well. Let's not get twisted. He's a skills man. But I'm telling you that Errol Spence will give him a run.
Of course, we know this.
And don't get twisted by the Errol Spence. Like the Errol Spence that I saw the other day, that guy's an animal, and that's that. You know what I mean? Errol Spence is an animal. So
when man's saying, you know what? Today I'm not even gonna block you. You said Yard is trash, yeah. I say, all right, cool. Thank you for your opinion.
You're not gonna block them. That's cool, but I'm gonna block them later. No, I don't listen. From I see these little joke burger plant.
No. But I said I'm not gonna block him. But guess what? I lied. Later, mate.
Oh, right. I ain't got time for this. I haven't got time for this.
Bro, he actually thought he was gonna stay on the thing. Bro, I'm blocking your ass. Anyway, up Rai 179. Thank you, Tunde. I feel Bud beats anyone from 147 to 168. That is a big statement, right? And you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, he's entitled to your opinion. 168. That's massive. But one thing I will give Bud Crawford, you know, he's strong Narash, Alton. I see the man do some bench press thing, some deadlift thing. Yeah, he's a strong human being, you know, very, very strong. And also, it's like guys ain't too quick to say they want to engage with him. He's a strong guy, but like I said, Errol Spence is strong as well. And that's the fight that I want to see. And once that fight happens, then we're gonna know who's the best. And even more so now, with what we just saw happen with Canelo, that fight has so much importance because there has never been in the 4 belt era.
Why is people lying? Hold on, wait there. What? No. I'm not gonna put that up. I don't even put that up.
Right. We've never had an undisputed champion at 147 in a 4 belt era. So that is interesting.
Can I just say, I'm not going to put up this comment. Why do people try to lie that fights are happening when they haven't been made? You just all heard a certain promoter tell people this is going to happen at that date. This is going to happen at that date. It don't go like that. It don't go. Even if the fight's signed, you got to win the fight that's in front of you. So when man's saying fights happen here, fights happen, you got to win the fight that's in front of you. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. And when we've all thought Canelo will be fighting GGG in September. It may still happen because because Canelo may decide that he doesn't want to invoke the rematch clause and defend his titles against Kovalev in a trilogy in September. He may not even fight in September. He may want to take a break. Because remember, he had an overactive year last year in COVID. In COVID, he fought like 4 times.
Yeah.
You know, we know top fighters don't fight 4 times a year now. Not at that level. His body might just be tired, literally, from all the training and all the working and all the sparring. And, you know, it's just something. Last night was Bivol's night. And we just have to take it and congratulate the man. And it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here. I definitely know there's some Americans on this thing here now because we got 589. I know there's when man saying Yard wouldn't beat Bivol, fam, keep it real, bruv. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing, bruv. You all said Canelo was gonna beat Bivol, and now Bivol's beating Canelo. All you lot have become Bivol fans. When I say all you lot, I don't want to be so. This is what I'm trying to say. That's why boxing. It's something. That's why it's only certain man is solid. There's only a few solid man. I heard Bosi, the rapper, say the other day, you can have 10 million followers on Instagram, only 2% roll with you. 2% of those 10 million.
All right.
Only 2% are the real ones. So, bruv, all you man, last night you was Canelo fans prior to the fight. Now all of a sudden, you're Bivol fans. So I can't trust you man's comments. Oh, tight. Thomas Newell, thank you for the £5. He said, Canelo has looked gassed in the last few years. He was behind against Kovalev, and even BJS, Billy Joe Saunders, he didn't land much until the stoppage. Facts. I'm telling you. Facts. And he's had such a busy resume. Let's not forget, this guy is human. This guy's human. And the body needs some recuperation. You know, it needs some rest. You can't just be, and remember, it's high-level energy we're talking about. We're talking about the whole of Mexico.
And you can't rest properly if you turn vegan.
Who told you
that? You can't rest. The body needs protein. And they're going to say, but you can get it from this, you can get it from that. Remember, you have to change the habit of a lifetime when you've changed your diet.
Man said, wait there. I can't say that, Jay. I can't say that. Jolene's giving me joke. I can't say that on the thing. Anyway, Mardy Toon said, did you lot see what Pound Sterling said from the Winners podcast? Bro, I'm boosting up man's thing. Man ain't boosting up my things. I don't know.
No, big up Pound Sterling. Pound
Sterling. We know them man there. We know them man there's foundation. So big up Pound Sterling. He said, did you not see what Pound Sterling said from the Winners podcast? He said Canelo them thought they was fighting Rocky Fielding when they picked Bivol. Bro, I'm telling you, fam, these men underestimated Bivol. They looked at it. That's what I'm saying. When man say you're only as good as your last fight, I've never said that. I don't believe that. That's another adage, an old adage that's put out there and people just follow without thinking. Because a man can perform well. You know, like when you're in school, you just bust up a normal you. And then real man step up to the plate. You come with a different kind of kung fu style. And then you watch some different WWE tapes before you go and fight him in school the next day. So you get up for certain fights. So you can't really just say a man is as good as his last fight. I don't believe that. I've never believed that. I believe that the occasion can bring out the best in a fighter. And last night, Bivol, he brought all of his A game. All of that experience. You know,
it was excellent. It was excellent.
I heard fighters who had sparred with him before. Benavidez, Zerdo, all these guys were being disrespectful, but not disrespectful, if you get what I'm saying, Spence. like he's just a basic fighter, a 1-2 man. But for all you know, true, he's got Mr. Miyagi in his corner. Mr. Miyagi might be just saying, just give them the 1-2 for the sparring session. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't show them the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perform on the night. You don't know.
Yeah.
Again, you can't take everything from sparring. Bivol beats Batervev, in my opinion. After last night, who knows? Again, Batervev has to get past Joe Smith.
And that's not an easy fight, you know?
And then the winner has to fight us. So, again, same thing what I'm saying. You cannot be predicting fights that are going to take place before the fight that is due to take place before that fight, if that makes sense. I don't know what that actually meant, but in essence, one must focus on the task at hand and then move on to the next fight. And all throughout this build-up, that's all I heard Bivol talking about. I'm not really worried about what's next. He said, I don't even know what I'm going to eat tonight or tomorrow. I'm dealing with now. And deal with now is certainly what he did last night. Options for Canelo, Spence. If you were in the management team of Canelo Alvarez, which really in essence is Eddie Renaso, would you go for a straight rematch, or would you think about, because he's Canelo, he can do what he wants.
He can do what he wants. And I'm going to be real. What Canelo should do, because he still holds the belts down at 168.
Yes.
He should go and make a unification bout. Still have the unification bout with Golovkin. Have that trilogy fight. Then go back up and fight Bivol. I think that's what I believe he should do.
Let me the reason why Snapchat events, we don't, people get upset.
Sorry. Lee E. Roy Jones talked about the stress of the body changing weight classes, not as easy as everyone thinks from across the pond. So big up Lee E for the $9.99.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And he's right. Roy Jones should know. He went up to heavyweight and came back down.
Bro, he was finished when he did that.
Say that again?
Roy Jones was finished the night that he did that to him.
Yeah, that's facts.
He was finished.
Was never the same.
Yeah, he was finished. He was finished.
His chin was never the same. That's facts. And listen, Canelo's fluctuated with it, and I've maybe I know he likes to take challenges and stuff like that, but I think there's something we don't know. We're not being told. I don't know about this weight thing. You've got yourself in a position where you literally can pick who you want, and I just think it's about picking the fights. And they underestimated Bivol yesterday. Ice Cold, thank you for the £5. He said Usyk versus Bivol, what happens? P.S. I'm not a Yank. Shake my head. Again, these are all fantasy mashups. We don't want to get into this fantasy thing, and that's what I said prior to this. It's all fantasy. Let's deal with what's on paper. Usyk is a heavyweight. Bivol is a light heavyweight. They're in between that. There's cruiserweight at 14 stone 4. There's another division now. What's it called? The Bridgeweight. Bridgeweight, or whatever they call it. So there's that, and then there's heavyweight. So there's great fights, great matchups in the light heavyweight division for Bivol. Anthony Yard, we're there. Where's coming? Joe Smith Jr., Artur Batervev. That's 4 man. They're good fights all around. I'm not really concerned about any other person. I'm just the champions and us. I'm sure there's even more fights in the light heavyweight divisions. So we don't really need to be jumping out of weight classes just to please fans at this moment in time when there isn't a number one solid in the division. Even in the heavyweight division, there's not a number one solid. There is Fury at the WBC. Usyk's got the other 3 belts. So, that's depending on what Tyson does, you know, they still got business to handle. The 147, they still got business to handle. I think Shakur's dealt with the super featherweights, is it? 130 super featherweight?
Yeah. And he boxed fantastically the other day.
Shakur. Devin is about to unify the lightweights.
What fight is that? The 11th of June, isn't it?
Say again?
I think that fight is the 11th of next month. I think that fight is.
I'm not too sure. I can't remember.
I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm so looking forward. I mean, we was fortunate to have Bill Haney, the father of Devon, on, was it 2 weeks ago now? And that was, I'm looking forward to that fight. That's going to be a very, very good fight. So June the 5th. Thank you very much.
June the 5th. Yes. Tunde, if Bivol was not in his game, Canelo would. Say that again, sir. Sorry.
The brother that just let us know on the date of that fight.
Oh, June the 5th. Okay. Tunde, if Bivol was not on his game, Canelo would have won and it would have been a different story. True. I guess so, but that's always the case. Yard, Golovkin, Benavidez, those are his best options. Talking about Bivol. Oh, no. Talking about Canelo. Interesting. Yeah, Yard might get the winner of Arthur Beterbiev. What? It's not might. It's happening. I don't know why people say might.
Yeah, I mean,
it's happening. We will be ringside June the 18th. The winners coming to fight us. It's gonna happen. So, anyway, let's move on. So there don't need to be no speculation about that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and hopefully Frank Warren could work his magic, as he said, and try and get the fight here. Bob Arum has already agreed to the winner coming to the UK to fight Anthony. So, but again, anything can happen in boxing, so I don't really want to put my mouth on it too much, but that's what's been agreed, and we wait and see. In the meantime, we just have to focus on concentrating on our own craft and getting better every day, which is what we're doing. O-Type Mehmet Alton, thank you for the £17.99. He said, whatever Eddie touched or promotes, it goes downhill. Too much movie type promotion. God works in humbling ways.
Well, the thing about it is, I think Eddie Hearn's been a great promoter. But, and here was a but to it. When you got two men fighting each other and you think that you're in with one and not the other, you know what I mean? I would just like to be real. Me personally, if I was Eddie Hearn, I would have said straight, I'm pissed, straight. Not like, oh, congratulations to Bivol when you know you don't mean it. You know you don't mean it. I'm going to be straight. I'm going to say, no,
but Bivol said that. Bivol said, I know Eddie's not happy for me, but because listen, that's the breadwinner of the thing. Right, Canelo's the biggest draw, and Eddie is bound to be upset, but it ain't gonna stop him because he's a grafter. So he'll be out trying to make things happen from yesterday, in fact. How comes you lot never get AWA? AWA's been on the podcast.
Yeah, come on, man. Anyway. Just go, just on the same link that you are now, click onto the Stanman for Sale YouTube channel, and then just in search, just put Anthony Yard, and it will come up, and you'll hear.
And listen, answer fighter, and I like that. I like fighters to be fighting, training. And ain't really coming up here like some. But we're not there again. We're very realistic with where we are in terms of this boxing landscape, and there's a lot of work to be done. There's good fighters, good competition. We believe we're at that level, and we just got to keep on working. And me, my whole energy changes when I talk about and boxing and us and where we're going. And that's why I don't really like touching on it too much. I just like talking about everybody else. But yeah, we're there, and hopefully we'll get this fight by the end of the year. Yes, Canelo owns fans Canelo's own fans was booing him. Okay, I didn't see that.
Well, let's remember, we had to turn off the sound. We had to turn off the sound. But when I watched that guy, I didn't really hear his fans booing him. I mean, this is professional sport. This is professional boxing, and when we're that's like, I don't know if these fans were booing him. Yes, True Boxing Talk. Spence and Tunde and Eddie Reynoso made any improvements to Canelo since Floyd. Is Rene so overrated? Much love. Big up my guy, Black Fight fan from True Boxing Talk.
The one and only. The
Tunde.
one and only Black Fight fan.
Listen to what I'm saying to you, yeah? I'm just being real. My grandmother could train Canelo and he would still be a bad boy.
And he still be a what?
He'd still be a bad boy. My grandma could train Canelo and he'd still be a bad boy.
You sure?
Right?
What credentials has your grandmother got, mate?
What are you talking about? She don't need none. and you know why she don't need none? Because my grandma's been dead since 1989, September. So I'm telling you this. That's when we flew to Jamaica to bury her. So she could, right? Canelo, like, no disrespect to anyone also, he must know something, right?
Yes.
But like I'm saying, when everyone's over gassing, but I'm saying, hold up a second, Eddie Reynoso was working with Valdez the other day. What technical improvements did he make to him inside of the fight? I'm talking inside of the fight, you know, right? You know, a good trainer, when they can make improvements and adjustments to the fighter when they're in the fight and things ain't going their way. What adjustments were made? What adjustments were made last night? What adjustments were made last night?
I don't know if I agree with that, Spence.
You don't have to agree with it. I'm telling you now.
Of course. But listen, we can agree to disagree or whatever you call it.
Let's go, brother.
I just think that certain fighters have your number. Certain fighters are more skilled than you. And, you know, not everybody can train a Muhammad Ali. Not everybody can train a Floyd Mayweather. And, you know, you work with what you've got. Fighters have to understand and trainers have to understand it takes two to tango. You know, the trainer has to have the knowledge to impart on the fighter, and the fighter's got to be willing to take in the instructions. So it's always a two-way thing. In terms of what
the talk in America, especially where true boxing coming from, is that the talk out there, the general consensus, they think like Eddie Reynoso is grossly overrated. You know what I mean?
But they if we rewind back, didn't people say the same thing about Roger Mayweather? Didn't they say it's not Roger?
No,
yes,
they never said Roger.
Who told me I was in the gym?
Wait, they would say that it's not Tun, but I know
they never. Roger Mayweather never ever won Trainer of the Year. How
Tunde,
do you work that out?
We know why. We know why he never won Trainer.
No. But what I'm trying to say is that that proves what I'm saying.
No, but Eddie Reynoso was Trainer of the Year every second.
Yeah, because of what Canelo has done.
It's like they have Trainer of the Year and they have it like every 6 months to rot it. Every minute he's getting it.
Yeah, come on, Jolene. You know the set. Sorry, me and Jolene's having this personal texting.
Okay.
But the point what I'm saying is, the question from Black Fight Fan Trill Boxing Talk in the US of A was Spencer and Tunde, has Eddie Reynoso made any improvements to Canelo since Floyd? Is Reynoso overrated? Much love. My answer to this is I don't feel he's overrated. I feel that he's worked tirelessly with Canelo from a young man, him and his father, and he's built a champion. He's built a champion. Since the Floyd fight, and let's get this right, this conversation has only come up, really, maybe not in America, but this conversation has only really come up because of the beatdown Canelo got last night. But prior to this, people were actually saying that Canelo has stolen Floyd's moves.
Tunde, stolen?
You know what I'm saying? He's stolen his moves.
Tun, the best thing that ever happened to Canelo was sharing the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Of course.
Because he was doing things from way before from Floyd, what he got from Floyd, right? But then when he shared the ring with Floyd, that's when he was like, well, I'm going with that as well. So I just want to know.
He should have never said he would beat Floyd now, because you made Floyd put that energy in you. You see, Floyd just post up the ticket. It's an easy money. Because you know what? That Floyd's got one of them. Well, if Floyd's one of them, man, if you say bad things about him, he's not gonna forget, fam.
Never.
So, but Eddie Renaso, in my opinion, he has developed a method, a system of boxing which has worked for Canelo. It's evident. You know, you reap what you sow in this life, not just in boxing. And if you are given a fighter that you do not deserve, that fighter won't be with you for very long. As we've seen on many occasions, man getting fighter, then bruv, they have one performance and the fighter's gone. You know, he's gone back to the real thing. And so Eddie Renaso has done, he's made his name. What I said is, I think maybe him, and I've made a mistake.
Sorry to cut you, yeah? Let me just say a massive big up to Marcus and Mandy from Gogglebox on receiving a BAFTA today. Press the button for Marcus and Mandy. And their son, Philippi, he's boxing on May 21st as well. Who's an incredible talent. And I've got a big deal. I've just seen it now, so I said, boy, I have to props that right now, ASAP Rocky, because they're good people. Really, really good people. And I'm disrelated to the mum as well. But yeah, properly to Mandy. So proper big up to those, because they are so genuine. They're genuine people. So I love to see that. And like, yeah, then they got a BAFTA. Big up. Beautiful.
Big up. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if Black Fight fans just putting out the question just subjectively, but I can see, you know what is Black Fight fan. You know, sometimes you feel that certain man don't get the credit they deserve, and certain man get overrated. I just feel that nobody can deny. How comes my mum always phones me when the show's going on? Take over, mommy's phoning, fam.
Yeah. So what? This is what I'm saying. Yeah, Tunde, pause. Mute your mic. So this is what I'm saying. And big up Troll Boxing again, right? I'm just going by my opinion. I'm just saying, like, yes, everyone also he's good, but I'm just saying I haven't seen no major improvements, and I like to see when the guy's in a fight that they make adjustments. And in his last 2 defeats of his 2 fighters in the space of a week, I haven't seen these fighters be in a fight and make adjustments. So therefore, then, you know what I mean, there's got to be something there. Or maybe like Eddie Renaso is taking this thing too business-like now. He's taking it too business-like now. He's kind of dropping off a par. So maybe that could be something. But it is what it is. And we move on. Right. Someone just gave us some Snapchat money and Tunde just took off.
Yes, we're back. You know, mommy takes precedent over everything.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Adrian Laville, for the 449. I think Canelo's arrogance and the media gassed him up, hence him not having any new tactics for this fight.
I don't believe that. I don't believe whatever gas is on Canelo is rightfully deserved.
Yes.
Because you can't name me a fighter that's been down at 154 and gone all the way up to 175, right? And become world champion. Like I said this already to you before. We had Mike McCallum do it, we had Sugar Ray Leonard do it, we had Tommy Hearns do it, and we've had Canelo do it. You know what I mean? Roy Jones, we could have called him a name, but he started professional when he turned pro in '88, end of '88, after the Olympics. He started as a junior middleweight, but he never won a world title at that weight. So, no, what Canelo's done, that's incredible. So, I don't believe that it's arrogance on his behalf. I think it could be a fact of just being in someone who's got your number and Bivol had his number, and Bivol prepared hard for that fight, and we should be congratulating that man on another level, because what he did last night was absolutely tremendous, and it was a pleasure and a joy to watch.
Man saying the silk pajamas that Canelo came out of the final presser was his downfall.
Now he always wears them pajamas though.
You're paying you them big peas to advertise their thing. You're not saying no,
bro.
No.
That's him, my brother. You if you was getting the money that Canelo was getting, you'd wear knickers and bra. I'm telling you that now, because stuff for Allah. But I'm saying that's some serious cheddar that he's getting. Some serious cheddar. But you know what?
Yeah, I think bruv, true boxing, this thing serious, you know. I just was about to go back to your thing. And then I just see the $5. Oh, type black, but the American contingent is with us. The US is backing us.
Come on.
Well, the energy is here tonight. Oh, tight true boxing talk. Thank you for the $5, sir. He says, salute to you, brothers. Thank you. The question was subjective. Congratulations to Bivol. Yeah, trust me. I know you're a very highly intelligent brother. And I know when you talk, you don't just talk for nothing, because you're a serious guy. Thank you for clarifying that, because that's what I was asking. You know, was it subjective or was it an opinion? And going back to it, I have to go back to it because that's what I really wanted to do. I just feel that you got to give credit where credit's due. How people view people really doesn't matter to the individual who's solid. You know, he's done what he's done for his fighter. I do believe, and Spencer touched on it earlier on in the show, that bringing other people around, other energies in your camp.
Wow. That's what mashed up Canelo. Because before, when Canelo was doing his thing with Reynoso Senior, and I don't know what the next fighter in the camp, Tunde, it was just their man doing their thing.
Yeah,
right?
It's the energies. It's the energy.
And you know what? Sorry to cut you, Tunde. That could have a lot to do with the influence of Oscar De La Hoya.
Yes.
Oscar De La Hoya never used to have no next man around him. Oscar De La Hoya said, listen, I'm the star boy. You're working with me. Forget about working with this man and that man. You're working with me.
Yes. Yeah, trust me, Oscar. And I believe in that. I believe you got to be careful of the energy that you bring around you. Because you know you are the people that you're around. You know, whether you think you're strong or not. You know, thoughts are powerful. So, but big up Eddie Renee. So he's done his thing. Let's not say that the gravy train is over. Let's just say that they're gonna need to readjust.
Canelo's too big for the gravy train to be over. It's not over. If Canelo got punched up and then knocked out really badly, then people think the gravy trains are over. But when you're as big as Canelo, the gravy train can never ever be over, because he's still a highly, highly skilled competitor.
He's gonna win the rematch. Trust me. Right. I hear man talking. I bet you he wins the rematch, Spence.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me that he wins the rematch. But like I said to you already, he should have won the first fight. So Ben Oldham in the house.
Hey, all I see is red. When I see red, every conversation stops. Forget the American back in this evening. Ben Oldham comes straight, because you know Ben ain't on the American thing, so he's like, all right, bro, I'm gonna show these young man that we're dishing out £100, not naira, not yen, but pounds. Forget about the American back in this evening. Man's coming with the UK thing. Old type Ben Oldham. He ain't even saying nothing. He just dashing out £100 like that. Thank you so much. You know, Ben is Mr. Snapchat himself. No one can't chat to Ben Oldham in this thing here.
Nobody.
He's the done. So, bruv, Black Fight fan, you better call for your mans them. Because you know, last time your mans them was coming and it was a little competition.
You know, what we should have done, is got Black Fight fan on, but we never, we didn't get him on. But
we could have got Gary to send him a link. Black Fight fan, would you be our guest next Sunday? I know you're not a man who go and jump on other people's things, so we're putting it out there next Sunday. We don't even know what's happening next Sunday, but it'd be good to just chat to you, catch up. You know, you always give us the realness, realness of what's going on stateside. But if not, if you want to keep the energy, I get it. And but you know, you always got our love, and we're always gonna be supporting you either way. Yes, old type, Miss Ringside, yeah. Big up Ben Odom. You know he's in the building. Ben ain't in the long talking. He's just dishing out money, cash. No joking. Going back to the Canelo conversation. Yeah, the real true. Trust me. Don't play with them, man. Then. Going back to the Canelo conversation because it is a hot topic.
1 second. Hello. Yo, Derrick.
Yo, what's up? Who's speaking?
Spencer Fearon, man. What are you speaking? You have my number stored, bro. What you saying?
Yeah, I just put it in there. I'm saving this. What's that?
Yo, Derrick, the trainer, I'm doing my show live right now. I just want your opinion on what you thought yesterday was about with the Canelo fight.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see the Canelo fight?
I don't watch a lot of boxing, man.
I told you. Derrick don't watch boxing. I told you, Spence.
That's pretty bad. I know. I thought you'd have watched that one. But this all I want to know is this, right? Congratulations on Errol Spence's fantastic performance 2 weeks ago now, right? This I want to know from you, Derrick. I'm going to keep this really, really quick, Derrick, because the only reason why, because someone just mentioned you on our chat, what we're doing now, and they said you are grossly underrated as a trainer. Tunde's always sung your praises. That's my co-host who trains Anthony Yard, the beast from the East, the light heavyweight contender.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Tunde always big rock, right? So I want to know this. It's like, are we going to see your guy versus Terence Crawford anytime soon?
Yeah, it should be.
And what happens when Errol Spence gets his hands on Terence Crawford?
Hey,
it'll be a pretty interesting deal. I think that Crawford's a good fighter, and I think that at the same time, I think that his level of competition has not been so great, but that doesn't take away from his greatness. But I think it adds to a level of you think something else about yourself. So we'll see how it is when he gets in the ring with technically sound, fundamental and technical sound fighter that, as people say, is very boring and they don't see anything special about it. But that's where people don't understand the basics and techniques of boxing. Not about what you see special, it's about what you can deal with. So we'll see.
Okay, Derrick. I just get that brief because I like to show off my black book. So it is what it is. Derrick, you have a fantastic Sunday, my friend. I'm going to call you tomorrow because we've got to talk about the everything. And just big up yourself here, Derrick. God bless you, my brother.
All right. No doubt. I appreciate that. You called me earlier, didn't you? I missed the call.
Yeah. I sent you a message earlier because what it was is like, Bomac, what do you think of Bomac? Because I see Errol Spence was like, he was going in on Bomac this week.
I think he's a decent guy. I don't really know him. I have nothing to say about him. I think that this is a fight, against the guys. They want to bring us in, and that's on them. But I don't have nothing to say about it, man. I think he is who he is. It's not like I say he's been very successful. Crawford's been a champ for I think about 6, 7, 8, 9 years or something like that.
Yep.
Champ for a while. Meaning, at one while he had 2 champs, and they never really acknowledged that he had 2 champs. I think that was kind of ill. But, it's life, man. Let's keep on pushing on. So the guys who had 1 champ, or really, not really that much, prestige. They don't really, they didn't really acknowledge him. They didn't acknowledge him. They didn't acknowledge a lot of people. So I think that's kind of ill, the way they did it. But, now the guy who everybody loved to death has 3 losses in a row, which I don't wish that on anybody because I know we're all in the same game. I think that it's life. It happen. You never know, brother.
Okay, Derrick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the fight is right. The incredibly great trainer and
Trainer of the year.
Trainer of the year, Mr. Derrick James. Derrick, big up yourself, my brother. Love you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'll take care. Look for the call tomorrow.
All right, bro. Love.
Yeah. Big up Derrick D. James, trainer of one Errol, the true Spence.
And Charlotte.
You know, the black book's powerful. The energy is serious tonight, Spence.
It's serious. No, it's only because I saw the man was talking about him on there and saying, like, yeah, criminally underrated as a trainer. So I thought, let me just phone him.
Yeah. You know, the Texas man, them are. And I told you, Derrick don't watch a lot of boxing.
You watch a lot of boxing?
Don't watch a lot of boxing. And, you know, that's another man who's focused. And again,
on who he's got.
And I said to you that things don't just happen, abracadabra. You know, for every effect, there must be a cause. And this goes back to Eddie Renaso. He deserves it. Whatever he's got, the accolades, he actually deserves it because the history's there. You go back and look at Canelo as a young 15-year-old boy. You see Renaso there. They've come up together. And Canelo always says it. He wouldn't be nowhere without his trainer. So we can't just, you know, park him off to one side like he doesn't, like he isn't worthy of the accolades he's got. But big up Derrick, another guy, man. When I met Derrick in Vegas with Errol, they're just humble people. Just humble people. They're real fighting. Man said the black book's a scam. Yeah, man said the black book's a scam. Anyway.
So if I was Nigerian, I'd agree with that person.
Big up Off the Canvas Boxing. He said, evening, gents, and a great show as always. Does Canelo's resume give him credit in the bank when it comes to criticism, e.g., choice of opponents' tactics? His resume definitely gives him credit, but again, he just lost to a better man last night. Where is he in the pound for pound list? Well, he's still top 5.
Come on, Tunde. Let's be real. Canelo is still top 3.
Yeah, trust me. I mean, you know what? Here's a question for you, Spence. Where does Bivol now come in the pound for pound list?
Bivol is top 10.
Yes.
Right, because he's got a good body of work as well. He's got good guys on his resume. And he's beaten a man that is now a world champion as well.
He's beating a current WBO world champion.
Right. So you can't overlook that. He's up there. But the win that he got over Canelo, where nobody, the bookies never had him in favor for that fight. Nobody wasn't really going on thinking that he was going to win this fight, and he come out and he was victorious. You know what I mean?
Off the canvas, saying Canelo's still pound for pound. Ryan John Baptiste says number one right now is Canelo. So Canelo's, it seems like the defeat hasn't affected.
You can't be number one pound. You can't be. Let's just call it as it is. You can't be number one pound for pound and you just took an L. Sorry, it don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
You know what I mean? There is a mix that's going on right now, but you actually lost the fight, so we can say, we look at his body of work. His body of work's excellent, but he still got beat yesterday. So I just think it's only fair and befitting to say, like, you're not pound for pound number one. Bivol is not going to be elevated to be pound for pound number one now because he hasn't got that body of work. He's got a strong body of work, but he hasn't got that body of work where it's been champion upon champion upon champion over the last decade. That's the seriousness of Canelo. But he just lost. So no, fair is fair. You're not number one pound for pound fighter anymore.
Yeah, you can't be. Canelo can't be number one.
You can't be. I'm sorry. You just. I'm not having that at all.
After taking the L.
Ben Oldham again. Read that one out, Tim.
Right. Ben Oldham, thank you for the £100 again. I'm tempted to say Naira, but Naira can't test £100. 100 Naira can't test £100. No way, Jose. He said, I find the Errol versus Crawford talk incredibly frustrating. Many people rate Crawford highly, but Errol is all wrong for Crawford. Spence is too strong and vicious for Crawford. That strength and nastiness nullifies the skill of Crawford. Derrick is being humble. He knows.
Well, you know
And
what?
I'm telling you, man don't know how spiteful Errol Spence is. They
He's
ain't
very
even it yet. Having
right.
said that, Crawford could be a nasty piece of work as well.
No, Crawford is a very, very spiteful human being. Don't get twisted on it. But you know what? I was really impressed with Errol Spence in his last fight. And what I realized with Errol Spence is like he knows that he's got X amount of fights in him, and he's not killing up himself until he has to kill up himself. Because the performance that he gave out the other day against Ugas was a very, very good performance. Because I don't business. Ugas is no joke. Ugas can fight.
Mark Falcone said Ben Odom is #1 pound for pound.
Now, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Said, Ben Odom is #1 Snapchat pound for pound.
Wait there, I'm seeing this guy, Jam 84. He's saying like Spence is better. Crawford is boring. Crawford is not boring at all. How can anyone say that Terrence Bud Crawford is boring? He's not boring.
Who said that?
Yeah, some brothers say that Terrence Crawford is boring. He's not boring at all. And you know what? The argument now is that he's pound for pound #1 fighter in the world.
Man said Crawford beat Spence very easily. Screenshot this. No, you screenshot it, bro.
Yeah, you screenshot and send it into us, yeah?
You screenshot it. Compare the contrast hike. Spence and Bud dealt with Porter. Bud is...
I can't go by that. I'm going to tell you why. I can't go by that. I can't go by that. And literally, when people say styles make fights, that it's an old adjective, and people just say it like it's a throwaway comment, right? We could go back and like in history. I could tell you about on history. Ben Odom again, you know. Let me shut my mouth. No being punches.
Come on. Listen. He said no human punches harder than a car crash. Jesus. And this man is chatting facts. Because come back from a car crash. Some Starsky and Hutch car crash.
Brother. It wasn't even on Starsky and Hutch car crash. It was the professionals, Boldy and Doyle car crash too.
It was an Evel Knievel car crash. I'm telling you. And Errol survived that. So mentally he's strong. He's a strong dude. Listen, it's gonna be a good fight, no matter how you look at it, because you got two guys that ain't backing down. Two guys that wanna create history. They wanna hurt each other doing it. So it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Great fight. Ben Odom seems to think it's a foregone conclusion, meaning that Errol Spence wins all day long. Again, it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great fight. I like the way Derrick just laughed. And a lot of people have this feeling. They just think it was going to be a bit too big for Bud. But yeah, you man don't even need podcast sponsor the way Ben Odom's moving. Come on, Roadman Science. But Ben Odom helps us. He's a great supporter of us. And yeah, for real, Ben Odom's been paying my mortgage for the last 3 months now, 4 or 5 months. But big up, Ben. Always so thankful for your support, brother. A man not just talking with his mouth, but he's dipping in his pocket.
He's back in the thing. Matt needs to lose weight.
Matt needs to be. Bro, he looked big. He looked bigger the other day when I see him with Keyshawn Davis. He looked even better.
You know why? Because he's spending the American money, right?
For Wrigley's. Old tight Rye. Thank you again. You guys are forgetting Bud being shot in the head. I don't think it was a rule. Was it a rule shoot?
Boy,
when man gets shot in the head, you ain't living to tell the real thing. But listen, we don't want to glamorize bad things that's happening in people's lives. They're both great fighters, and they're both undefeated, and they ain't backing down. It's gonna be a great fight. Ben Oben is a Suge Knight of podcasts. Ben, you're creating a bit of a buzz here, mate. Yeah, bruv. Everyone knows Ben Odom. Your name's big on this thing here. Hold tight. The man behind the cam, Gary, he's joined us. He's here. He's listening.
Well, this is the last 15 minutes.
Yes, of the show.
It's a madness. I went to the pictures today to watch Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Because
Tunde, how did you find it?
Huh? Yeah, my son really enjoyed it, you know. So yeah, my son really enjoyed it because like.
Did you watch that, Spence?
What?
Watch the Boatsi Richard Glazer off was so dead.
Tunde, I ain't watched it though. Naz, listen, bro. You know what I mean? I haven't watched it. And the thing about it is this is like, I'm not knocking none of the two guys. I know it's gonna be a good fight. I wouldn't be that enthralled to listen to them man be chatting to each other because I am tired, bro. Trust me, I'm tired today. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be interested in listening to them talk, to tell you the
truth. So, I mean, listen, we got 14 more minutes till 10. AMG2 said Richards is going to beat Boatsi. It's going to be a good fight. Justin West says get some seats, Spencer. But going back to Canelo.
After this, I'm going straight to my bed.
What is Wow, some people saying they're pissed. There's only 15 minutes left. You know, this is Sunday service for people.
It is Sunday service, and you've got 2 hours, bro. You know what I mean? What more you want? What more Snapchat money and hand me about
in your hearts of hearts, what do you think is the next step for Canelo Alvarez?
In my hearts of hearts, I believe because he's so big that he could go and fight Golovkin. That's what I believe that could happen. Go and fight Golovkin and then go and fight Bivol. Because you know what? And I would have him to beat Bivol in a rematch, right? I would. But in saying that, maybe the miles on the clock has taken its toll on him.
Yes. Talking it, Spence.
I'm just going to be real. Maybe the miles on... listen, this man has been fighting world championship fights over the last decade. Right? A bit longer than that. When did you fight Matthew Allen? I'm sure that was like time ago, 2010. I'm sure it was around about 2010 times that he fought Matthew Allen. Right? Obviously, it's going to take its toll on you.
Yeah, it's championship fights. Remember, he's got to have do camps, sparring.
Right? Are you right?
It is not a joke.
Man say Spence is tired when the hat's not put on properly.
He look like one of them man on front line, innit? With a little Heineken bottle.
I have to put the pen behind my ears because I'm coming from the bookie shop.
Yeah, you need a pen because you just got bookie shop.
No, I'm like, let's just look at it, right? Whatever Canelo does, he's still big. You know what I mean? Whatever he does, he's still big.
Was in March 2011.
Right. That's a long time. So he's been fighting world championship fights, Tunde. Right?
Serious.
For 11 years.
Wow. Yeah.
11 years he's been fighting world championship fights. And then look at the names on the record.
Serious.
Right, it's serious. We can't You know what I mean? I remember when he knocked out Kirtland, I said, jeez, I wish them would be the Fight Is Right wash along to that fight. Just to hear Tunde say, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, come on.
Because he's been around for a long time. He's amassed an amazing amount of money, right? He's won championships in so many different weight classes. Now, maybe, just maybe, he's just getting a little bit flat.
Yeah, bro. Man saying they blame Eddie for the defeat. Man saying they blame Eddie for the defeat. Bro, but promoters will push you, or certain promoters will push you. But I do believe Canelo Alvarez needs a rest.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Look how long he's been fighting. And he's been continuous. And as you said, like, he's managing to have all like 3 fights a year.
Yeah, Canelo turned pro at 15.
15 years old.
31 years old now.
Right.
Yeah, and you see this. All these things we was talking about, Bivol didn't motivate Canelo. And I saw that. This didn't feel like a Canelo fight. And how I know is how many we had on the live. How many we had on the live? Usually Canelo fights, there's 2,000 people on the live with us.
Exactly. No one went on it. No one ever cared. They're fed up of him, Tom. That's all that they look to me. People are fed up of him.
Yeah, man said Canelo's been putting in mad work. It's facts.
Right.
Almost 400 million made from boxing.
Come on.
For Canelo, hang up the gloves.
Come on. Let's just tell her how it is. You mean, let's just tell it.
Spencer, you look like the weed man on front line. Bruv, you don't mash up, fam.
Weed man
on front line. Bruv,
you know what? We did the watch along yesterday, yeah? Tony, we did the watch along yesterday. And then remember, my daughters woke up at that time. They wanted their breakfast stuff. I haven't had no sleep, you know.
Me neither, but you know.
I had no sleep stuff. And I'm saying, I'm still doing this because consistency is the key. I know these tricks where you think, child, just phone to and say, nah, let's allow it today. No, I'm not allowing nothing, bro. I'm coming on here because it means something when I'm seeing all these regular names. You know what I mean? Like all Air Force who jumps on. You know what I mean? RZ, Rye, Uptown London TV. You know what I mean? Forget about Ben Oldham because he's just our brother from another mother. You know what I mean? Angel Music. All of these people who jump on and like they country done. All these Bobby Wright. Religiously they're on this thing. So I'm not gonna come on there. I'm coming on there, bro.
Gary said he's knackered as well. Fam, you man need energy in this thing. But you man just connect to me and you know you're good anyway. But
now Tunde can say what he wants to say. Tunde ain't got no little young kids running around the house. You know what I mean? Jumping up and down on these damn sofas. You ain't got that. Gary's got all of that. Gary's got all of that to look forward to.
Coming at water.
And on top of that, all I've had to eat today is popcorn, you know.
All you need is a kestrel in your hand and a domino table. You see that thing there? What you got? It's bags of domino. Yeah.
Yeah, Tunde, me have a women outside talking about ear to now.
You're moving like an old foot, fam. Spence always gives me joke, you know.
Hey, just take a little bit about Nigeria, give me Spence. Just take a little bit.
Some Nigerian stouts. It ain't Nigerian stout. To vibes you up, fam. Anyway, 6 minutes left. But yeah, we've had a good chat tonight, Spence. It was a great
performance. Take a little about Super T, you know.
Great performance.
Do they still make tenants? Remember we managed to drink tenants, you know? I remember man ran the end with a little bum managed to drink tenants. That drink was powerful, you know.
Bruv, that drink was designed to mash up man on the ends.
Bruv, Terrence was some devil drink, you know. That and what the devil drink? Special brew.
But who had especially brewed it for us, man?
It's special brew to kill, man. That's what they had it for.
Bro. Oh god, too much jokes in it, man. My head, the side piece of my head's hurting me, man. Spencer, you always give me jokes. Hey, and I got a bone to pick with you. What? I hear that you're going on other podcasts saying that you broke up, man. But you know, I keep telling you.
Son, I'm not going to have this. You need to listen to the whole thing. And I'm gonna make man go to neutral corner and say, and I openly admit that Tunde took this thing for his world title fight when I was just beating Gal the night before. No, in fact, a few hours before. But that was a long time ago, so I don't want to talk about how how boisterous I was around young ladies when I was young, because I'm not proud of it now. I mean,
here we go, Gary. Here we go.
I mean, not proud of that.
Here we go, talking about his own promiscuous young days again. What's the matter with this brother?
Because Tunde knows. Tunde was around me. Tunde knows. Wait there, CB, we say Tunde's hairline. Don't try to take niggas back Tunde's hairline. Why would I block, you know, about Tunde's hairline? I'm not going to talk here, you know, because Tunde goes to my bad boy barber, so mind what you did.
Don't watch these little haters, man. Bro, when you're my age and you look like me, just come back and check me, fam. But you won't, because you look old.
Miss Ringside, you know? Yeah, trust me, Miss Ringside knows the coup. Tunde knows every dance we used to go to, as we walk in the dance, you know, the DJ never have to call my name as I step in the dance, champagne spinning, I know how I'm buying out the bar and all them foolishness. I could do that money now.
You may look like champagne spinning them days, but you look like dragon stout spinning today.
This is what happens when you settle down. This is what happens when you settle down and you raise a family. You don't care about them things no more.
Champagne spinning. Man look like Kestrel Spencer. Right now. Hey, remember that drink? Remember that drink in the bottle, Thunderbird.
Tunde, wait a minute. See you enjoy that in the dumb place. Thunderbird, Pink Lady, Tunde. Remember Pink Lady?
You know, wow.
Remember Pink Lady?
Hey, that Thunderbird and the blue one. You know, the blue one was extra strong, fam. That blue Thunderbird.
Nah, Tunde, it was Canai. Remember Canai?
Canai was that's a weak man drink, man. Canai was some Joe man business.
Canai, Thunderbird, Pink Lady.
Pink Lady. Yeah, Pink Lady. Yeah. Peach Canai. Yeah, come on. Man, know about Peach Canai.
Yeah, no, Peach Canai was serious.
Yeah. Go carry on. List out the name, Spence. Go again.
Nah. Bro, Thunderbird.
Yeah.
What else? Cherry B, bro. Steve, baby, Cherry B. Come on, we love Cherry B.
Cherry B. Yeah, you better. Yeah, we definitely got the real ones on this evening.
Come on, man. Them were the times, bro. Remember them times that it was like man would keep party. Tunde used to keep the biggest dances back then as well. Snowball.
Wait. 2020.
Come on, press that again. Press that again for 2020. Come on.
Different flavors. Different flavors. 2020. Ben Odom, you're showing that you're African. Special K.
Special K. That is a real Niger man. It's a real Niger man drink.
Special K was some African man drink. But 2020 was serious. I remember because there was bare different flavors.
Bro, there was enough different flavors from 2020.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Now you see when you talk about K cider. I've never ever drank cider in my life. I don't even know what cider tastes like.
Yeah, I don't drink cider. But yeah, MD 2020 was the one. MD 20. Anyway, we're Magnum. Yeah. Bruv, you see that Magnum thing? What's that? What's that one? Rum cream. Rum cream was a serious drink. Rum cream is still moving today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know
2020 would Bobby Wright knows 2020 would knock you about, bro. 2020 is serious. They had 2020 before the year 2020. That's how they was mashing up, man. Rum cream, yeah, rum cream, yeah, super tea, JB Jankra. Come on. All right, people. Spencer, nourishment. You know, there was nourishment and nutriment.
Yeah, but nutriment ain't the nutriment that we got today. The nutriment that we got today is rubbish. The nutriment when we used growing up, that thing had more sugar in it than Tate and Lauter are.
Oh, mate.
That thing was. So you used to drink that, you get a head rush.
Yeah, Baby Sham. I remember Baby Sham. Baby Sham was powerful. You drink that off in about 1 second.
Yeah, but Baby Sham was powerful though. Don't muck around.
Baby Sham was powerful.
Baby Sham was powerful.
I said they got PDs and Magnums. Magnums are super mo. Anyway, we got Alizé.
It's good to reminisce. I like this. This is like when we reminisce, like when we used to rave back in the 90s, man. Them were the days where man used to go. Them days were bad, you know. You think about it, Tunde. You see when we was youths and we was raving, and Tunde's name was big on road them times there, you know. Everyone was, well, you know, Tunde. This little right being the head boy. I said, yeah, Tunde, come, let's link up. And me and Tunde used to go raving. Oh my word.
That's how when I come into boxing, like, bro, this little road man can't come in my thing.
Yeah. I remember, what dance did you go to? What was it? It was a Strictly Business dance. Me and Tunde went to a Strictly Business dance, and then we went to go Nyam Bagel down Wharf Road. And when we pull up in a big whip, Tunde used to drive bare whip there. Tunde used to have the whips. I want people to realize that. Tunde used to have the whips. When we used growing up, I remember when Tunde, who do you have? I remember you had the MG, and then you had your little weekend car. And Tunde's weekend car had a Beetle convertible, black one, classic.
Oh, you remember that? Jeez.
Come on, man. It's me you're talking to. Come on, man. Me you're talking to.
Bruv, we got some old folks on this thing here, you know. Man, chat about ministry, SW1 club. No, bruv. But yeah, these people are.
No, SW1 in Victoria, Thursday night, it was a club. Don't get twisted. SW1 was a club. There.
I know I had the RS Turbo as well.
Come on. Yep, China White was big as well. China White was big. Don't get China White, and remember 10 rooms.
Say that again, Spence?
10 rooms. Remember 10 rooms? Dan, same thing.
10 rooms.
10 rooms. Man used to frequent that on a Monday night, bro. My
friend said she went ministry last night. You should have told me, Jay, man. I would have rolled up there with you, man. Ain't been out for ages.
Yeah, sure. You done no Embassy Club. Don't muck around. Come on.
I am bar.
No. Salute I am bar. Let's salute I am bar on Sunday. Salute I am bar. Big up yourself. 1977. Dwight. That was the place on it. And your Nyama food, then they play music. And every time you go, I know every time you go there, but every time you used to go there back in there, you could pull a gal. Simple things.
Coco says she's over here Googling these drinks and clubs. Come on.
Come on.
Ben Oldham said he used to promote for 10 rooms. Are you like that one?
Okay. Big up yourself, Ben.
Man, no, brand. Roseberries.
Come on. Down Dalston. Come on.
Gas Club. Yeah.
Wait there. Tunde.
Pure old man in this thing.
Friday night. G the PT. Friday night. Oh, come on. Friday night.
Gas Club. Come on. Ezekiel's. What do you mean you man about Ezekiel's? That's my club.
Wait there. Ezekiel's.
That's my club.
Ezekiel's. All Nation. Wait there. Well, how come people forgetting the club down in Granaries? Don't walk around. Granaries. Granaries. Where's granaries at, man?
Granaries. Yeah, granaries is man ain't come up with granaries yet.
Nah, granaries. Come on, man. Those were the nights when man used to rave.
Come on. Subterranea. Wow.
Come on.
All nations. Come on.
Now,
You man
now
got in.
all nations for old people stuff. You gotta be,
yeah, all nations, old people. Fridge.
yeah.
Fridge club.
Fridge was big. Fridge was big. Don't muck around. Friday nights at Fridge was big.
Laser drone. Peckham.
Come on.
My ends. Come on. Samantha's. Yeah, God, Jesus Christ.
Sunday. Samantha's on the Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah. Granaries. Yeah, granaries. That's the old people thing. Granaries.
Yeah. Rainforest down at Shaftesbury Avenue. Country saw what the door did. So we saw getting free down.
Rainforest, come on. Gossips. Bruv, there is some veterans on this thing here.
Trust me.
Charlie,
you know what man they were called? Remember the Bells?
Huh?
Remember the Bells?
Of course.
Come on, man. The Bells always used to do turnaround dance. I mean, once a month they do a turnaround dance where a girl had to ask you to dance.
Yeah, turnaround dance. Yeah.
Come on, man. Maximus on the Thursday. Come on.
Destiny. Nah, you lot going in. I need to make you lot rest off for this Sunday. Because this has been a Sunday church. This show has been on fire tonight. This show we started off chatting about Canelo. We ended up chatting about granaries.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Seriously, this is why I love this show, you know. I love how that people they're just dropping the thing. So it's like, I appreciate every single person on there because you just brought me down memory lane, man. Funky Buddha, come on.
Funky Buddha. Hippodrome. Jesus Christ. Destiny's Watford.
You remember Hippodrome when they brought over that Glamour Kid and Destiny's Child on the same bill?
Yep. Scribbles was some crackhead man.
I never went there, you know, in my life. I said, every time I'm at MR2, I said, drive past there fast. I used to drive past there. I was going to the Old Kent Road to the McDonald's after I'd done Rematch somewhere else.
Come on. Tight AMG too. All right, people. The next big fight that we got coming up, I believe. What are we now? The 7th. I know Eddie Hearn's got the Boatsy Craig. That's the 21st. Is there a fight before that? Anyone know the boxing schedule? Not that we won't.
I have to go check that to tell you the honest truth. Well, Kurt Campbell remembers them times when they
Charlo Castano. That is gonna be a big boy fight.
It's a rematch, isn't it?
Yeah, rematch 2. Yeah, that's gonna be a bad man fight because that fight was Andrade Parker's off, unfortunately. And I don't even know why that fight.
Andrade is injured, isn't it? He's injured.
Yeah, he's injured.
Then, what's his name? Richards, the IBO champion. He was shouting out saying like, he'd like to step in and fight Parker.
Okay. Well, he was with Frank previously, innit? And then he with Frank, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
I can't. Yeah, that's a good fight on the canvas, you know. Yonka versus Bacoli. That's a good fight, you know.
Say that again.
Yonka, the former gold medalist at the Olympics, is fighting Bacoli.
Okay.
That's a good fight.
When is that fight?
I think that's Saturday.
Oh wow.
That's a good fight. That is a very good fight.
Yoka, yeah, Bacoli, yeah, that's a big fight. Obviously, Bilal on the 20th, the day before the Boatsy Craig fight. Boots Innes is on the undercard of Charlo, so that's be good to see more from Innes. Seems like it'll be a real future star of the welterweight division. Russell Morgan says Charlo's going to make adjustments. Castano will come on the same way he came the first time round. Interesting. Tony Yoka can fight. Okay. Isn't he? Who did he fight in the final?
He
Joe
fought
Joyce.
Joe
He fought
Joyce.
Joe Joyce in the final, didn't he?
He beat Joe Joyce, but it's close.
Yes. You guys think White should retire or get a good coach?
Listen, we'll deal with that another day. That's another half-hour talk.
Yeah,
And like I said, I just thank you lot for just bring me that memory lane and give me that little hype.
Yeah, you lot gave Spencer an extra 10 minutes of energy. Trust me.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Man's still coming on Keeks. Miss Ringside, she's showing the age. Hold tight, Miss Ringside. You know about the Keeks wine bar. Hold tight, all the running.
Tunde, I heard that you're still going to Porky's, bro.
To Wrigley's. All the runnies, 179. Thank you very much, sir. Richard versus Boise.
Rex, you know, man's just bust there. Big up Ryan. Stratford Rex. Obi just dropped that one, moonlighting. Do not muck around. Right? Remember, Derek Williams' brother used to do the door down there, so we used to get him free. That was a Thursday night as well, wasn't it?
Yep. I just want to say out his Snapchat. All the runnies, 179. Thank you very much, sir. Richard versus Boatsi. Tell me who wins and why. Well, we're not telling you tonight, mate, because
exactly. But thank you so much for the £1.79. Yeah. We're gonna get all the running. We're gonna get into that really deep, closer to the fight. You know what I mean? Closer to the fight. You know what I mean? And you know what? I might just, I don't think Tony will do enough energy, but I might just do a ways to win, just to mash up both camps because I know they're gonna be listening to me. Right. Man, you know, true the rules, you know, don't play.
Hold on. A lot of hypocrites on this channel about Canelo. All of your words will look at facts. It's funny what people say when people lost. AL, I don't know who you are, sir, but I don't know what hypocrites you're talking about. I think we just have fans of boxing who just have opinions. I don't really see us as hypocrites. People have a right to have a choice, an opinion, and a view on what they think is right or what they think is wrong. So there's no need for language like that. And by the way, you're blocked. Good
big up Bobby Wright. Let me just say, big up Bobby Wright. Don't stop. Russell Morgan is saying Blue Orchids.
Big up. Hold on. Jedi Kid Gamma, Bally's versus Vikings. Who wins? Yeah, you got in.
Wait a minute. Vikings. Tunde, remember, you had Vikings and you also had Raggers. Remember Raggers as well?
Raggers.
But I didn't have that. I had Bally's. And you mean?
Bally's. Corner of Oxford Street.
Yeah, you know, on the Bally store there.
That's the Bally shop.
Tunde, £172 for a pair of Bally's.
The color Bally's in my room.
I want a man to realize now, £172 for a pair of Bally's, and that was in 1990. I want man to realize that part there. That's what I was. That's when I guys sixth form, 1990. And also, I got to big up Kim Haig because she bought me my first pair of Bally's. Yeah, I mean, my little sweetheart. Well, I remember I was 17 then, you know. And she bought 16. She bought my first pair of Bally's.
Come on. Big up, Kim. Bobby Wright, great show tonight. Thank you for the 449, sir. And Shola, reminding us about True the Rose for the Trinity Soca vibes. Come on. Yeah. Bro, there's bare big people on this thing here tonight. Bare big people on this thing. La Fez. Wow.
Come on.
Listen.
Come on.
This is real. Yeah, Soca versus Bashment at True the Rose. Miss Ringside, we know what you're about. Hold tight, Miss Ringside. Lovely. It's great, you know. I'm telling you, Spence. We got a real good people on our thing, supporting us.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Checkmate says almost 12K subs. Let's tell a friend. Subscribe. 375, man. We're going up. Remember, we're UK. We're not in the States. To have that many followers, subscribers in the UK is big, and we want to keep the channel growing. And we're not gonna change. You know, we're gonna keep being real, giving you authentic content. Me and Spence are gonna keep cussing each other because we was cussing each other before the show came on air, and we'll be cussing each other after the show comes. After the show,
as we come off the show, me and Tunde go at it. But big up Ben Oldham. Big up.
Babushka, bro. People still coming in with the names. Serious. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna wrap it up. Otherwise, you lot will have us here till Monday morning. And we all got work.
Big up Air Force 286.
Yes, sir. Thank you, people. Let us end the show. I'm ending it because I know Spencer wants to get some sleep. Ryan, wicked show, Tunde, great show, man. This is lighting up my evening, bro. You know what? You don't try to make me stay up for longer. Make me and Spencer stay up for longer because it's just been it's just a brilliant show. It's a people show. We talk about boxing, but we touch on all areas of life. You know, today we touched on mental health, you know, and that if you do not suffer in silence. Talk to somebody, get it out there. You know, we've all had personal demons in our life, and believe me, the worst thing you could do is keep it inside. You know, we're not Spencer, bruv, open your eyes, man. Bruv, Spencer. Spencer's holding the mic like this.
Do you remember when we did the live? It was Derrick Sazora. It was Derrick Sazora going to talk, and I feel like you remember when I fell asleep, dude? About what they I'm dropping sleep, bro.
Spencer. Yeah. Man's doing dropsy on the thing. Spencer, your eyes was going like this.
Man still don't listen to me, Tunde. When I'm telling you I'm tired, bro.
Miss Ringside. Oh my God. Spencer. Oh my God.
Bro, pretty like to get this.
Spencer. Bro, Spencer, you trying to make me choke on this thing.
Bro. I think I'm joking. I'm bouncing.
Some old Rasta man.
Big up King
Spencer, you look like some old Rasta man that just bought a big spliff.
All right then, Tunde. All right.
Oh my God. People. No. We gotta wrap up the show. We gotta wrap up the thing. We gotta get Spence. Spencer has gotta get some sleep.
What do I say? Big up every single person who joins on the live. I'm so grateful. Tunde ends the show by saying,
dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Thank you lot for joining us. We'll holler you lot up in the week. I am going to my bed. because that's what's calling me right now. I'm tired. I am tired till you don't even know how tired I am. Peace, I'm out. But seriously, thank you lot for the walk down memory lane as well. Later.
Man got dropsy on the show. Good night, people. Good night. God bless ya. God bless ya.